Well, good morning my lovelies, and welcome to a very overcast. It is quite warm this morning. It's a little damp underfoot. Wednesday morning. I hope you're all well. The sun's just come up. It's not long got light, so we don't come out now till about 8 o'clock because it's too dark and I can't make videos. So yes lovelies, I hope you're all well, and we've only got what, 5-6 days until Samhain, so yeah, we're nearly there lovelies, we're nearly there. Okay, so today it being Wednesday, it's going to be Wild Woman Wednesday, and today I've picked a lady who's a myth and a legend, who was done wrong and endured her punishment, but it all came right in the end. And she is famous that Stevie Nicks from Fleetwood Mac wrote a song about her. If you don't know who she is, her name's Rhiannon. Okay, so Rhiannon is a Celtic goddess. Her name means queen or goddess, and she's a goddess of fertility. Now, the story goes with Rhiannon that her parents had betrothed her to another guy that she didn't like. Didn't like him at all. He was another myth and legend from their world. And Rhiannon weren't happy about it. She met a mortal who she fell in love with him and he fell in love with her, and she said to her parents, I'm not marrying this guy you picked. She says, I don't like it, I don't like him, it's just something about him. She said, I'm marrying this guy. And they weren't happy because he was a mortal. They weren't happy at all. Anyway, they got married, they lived a happy life, they had a child, a son. Now when this ex-suitor found out, he wasn't very happy, and he cooked up a bit of a plan. And what he did was he went into the child's bedchamber, smeared blood all over the place, and took the child and threatened the nursemaids not to say anything, but if anybody asked, they say that Rhiannon had killed and eaten her baby. So you can imagine, word gets out, there's a big hoo-ha, a big kerfuffle, and she's brought to trial. She protests her innocence. The jury and the judge are not having it. They've decided that they're going to give her the death penalty. Her husband didn't want her to die. Her husband loved her that much, and he believed that she didn't do it. And he said, no, we won't put her to death. What we'll do is we'll make her stand at the bottom of the hill by the castle gates, and every time somebody wants to go into the castle up the hill, she will tell everybody what she's done, and then she will have to carry them on her back up the hill into the castle walls and into the city. And this went on for years. At some point, her son, who was now a grown man, was found and walked back into her life. And it all came out of what had happened. Rhiannon was pardoned, and she didn't have to carry people up her back again through the city gates. And the ex-suitor who concocted this story and stole the child was then put to death because he'd stolen a child, kidnapped a child, and blamed somebody else for murdering it, which they didn't do. So he was put to death, and Rhiannon and her mortal husband and their son lived, as the old fairy tales go, happily ever after. So yes, that is the story of the Celtic goddess, a Welsh Celtic goddess, Rhiannon. Bit of a sad story, but it all came right in the end. And it just goes to show that sometimes you can meet somebody, or your parents can advise you to meet somebody, and you don't like them, and you can't put your finger on it as to why, but there's a reason why, and that's the reason why, because he was a horrible man. So my lovelies, we're going to go and finish off our walk. I'm going to have a quick cup of tea and then I'm going to work. So I hope you all have excuse me, a very blessed Wednesday. Please look after yourselves, lovelies. Please take care of one another, and if you're struggling, please reach out. There's always somebody there that will help you. And if nothing else in this world, lovelies, please be kind, because you don't know what that person's going through that's stood next to you. And as always, from me and Miss Lou, yes you, we're going to wish you a very, very blessed Wednesday, and we're sending you much love and many blessings. Thank you.